Though never initially completed due to an industrial strike, the 1979 Doctor Who serial Shada has since become infamous as the story that never was, the story that was never completed. In the years since, there have been attempts to finish and adapt it, a 1992 video release with linking narration, a 2003 8th Doctor webcast and Big Finish audio, and a 2012 novel, to name a few. The BBC's latest version of the story uses a combination of animation and newly recorded dialogue from the original cast to reconstruct the sequences that were never filmed. I recently got round to watching this new release of Shada after receiving a copy for Christmas. Prior to this, I'd only experienced the story in the form of the 1992 version, that is, the existing footage with linking narration from Tom Baker. Now, unlike the missing 1960s serials, because it was never completed in its entirety, Shada was never broadcast, not even once. So it really is a mysterious Doctor Who story for that reason. It's an anomaly in the Doctor Who canon. So it's great to finally have a definitive, finished version of the story to watch, and this version really is the closest that we'll ever get to seeing, what was initially envisaged by the production team and by Douglas Adams. The plot is typical of Adams' sci-fi work. It's eccentric, somewhat convoluted, but never takes itself too seriously, and for that reason is fun and enjoyable to watch. Having said that, it's sometimes hard not to dismiss the dialogue as completely nonsensical, and to make sense of it at all, such as the Doctor's discussions with Professor Chronotis about the nature of time. But at the same time, it gives the story a sort of intriguing ring to it, and the dialogue as well. Whether or not this is something that you might find irritating purely depends on your own preferences. The reconstructed parts of this serial complement the original footage nicely, and really evoke this era of Doctor Who. Though the animation isn't perfect, it is good enough, it does the job basically, and it is an improvement on previous animated releases such as The Power of the Daleks from 2016. Furthermore, the use of 70s style shots helps to give the sense of one coherent story and a sense of continuity. The animated parts by no means stand out from the rest. There's also some fantastic model work from Mike Tucker's model unit, again using original style models and original techniques. My favourite new addition, however, is the new soundtrack. The main motif is very reminiscent of the score for Douglas Adams' previous story, City of Death. It fits the style of this story nicely, given that both feature sequences set in European cities, Paris and Cambridge, and overall it serves as a fitting tribute to the late Dudley Simpson. It really does evoke some of his original scores for the show. Overall, I think this version of Shada works well. It was clearly a labour of love for all those involved, especially the original cast and crew that returned to complete the project some 30-40 years later. I'm incredibly thankful to everyone involved for their contribution to this project. It's brilliant to finally have a completed version of Shada to watch and to stick on the shelf. Have you seen Shada? If you have, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know as well how you think it compares to the previous versions if you've seen them too. I'll see you soon for some more new Doctor Who content. But for now, goodbye.